know it's something that's really been making waves, not only in the Western countries, but as well as in Africa and right here in Zimbabwe. And of course, we're curious about it because it seems to be changing a lot about life. And I'm sure you've had enough about hearing about COVID-19, but it's mostly the period in which many people started adopting AI. So what is AI? How does it work? And is it actually going to benefit us in the future? Or is it going to be like all those sci-fi films we watch that say that AI is going to destroy us? Is it a threat? Well, my good old friend Elon Musk once said that artificial intelligence is way more dangerous than nuclear weapons. So how does it become dangerous? To understand this is to understand some of the different aspects of AI and how they're categorized. There's so many ways you can box them and try and unbox them like a Russian doll. So we've got things like generative AI, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, talking about the DALL-E application or DALL-E 2. And then we've got AI that literally studies human behavior. So we can talk about reactive AI, reactive artificial intelligence. We can talk about limited memory AI. We can also talk about self-aware AI. We can also talk about theory of mind AI. But I'm sure the one aspect of AI we all want to look at is self-aware AI. But let's take it a bit backwards and focus on where we are right now, reactive artificial intelligence. So you know when you open up your Instagram or when you open up your TikTok, when you open up your Snapchat, whatever application it is that you have, sometimes it feels like the application knows exactly what you want, when you want it, and where you can go get it. For example, I might just say out loud, oh, I want a burger. Maya, get me a burger. And the next thing I open my phone, I find a TikTok of a burger establishment advertising that very same thing. And it's like, okay, how did my phone know I wanted this? Was it listening to me through the recording, through the earphone jack or whatever it is? Or did it watch my movements? Did it read my stomach or my belly to know that I was hungry? No, phones don't do that. Fortunately for us, phones don't do that yet. But yes, it essentially knows what you want and where you want to go to get it because of your pattern. So let's say each and every single day you are going on a search engine or a search bar inside a certain application and you are typing maybe what you want to eat, your favorite hobbies, you are searching for a specific celebrity, you are searching for a specific restaurant. So you do this over a period of months. All of that data, all of that search history, even the history you delete, all of that history is going to be gathered up, it's going to accumulate. And when it has accumulated, it's going to be used to shape a model. Not an actual model like, Kim Kardashian, no. But a model of how you think. And from that model, the AI program or the search engines or the application, be it TikTok, Snapchat, is going to try and predict what it is that you want. So it's kind of like our phones are reading us like a book in a way, and they're getting all this information from us. So that's why we can call it reactive AI, or rather it is reactive AI because it is reacting to the information that you are putting into it, creating a model and then acting on that model to make sure that you get the best user experience. Well, I'll give you another form of reactive AI, and just like how it branches off, you can think of robots. When we think of robots, we think of movies like Transformers, we think of movies like iRobot, and similar things like that, Black Mirror and the likes. I'm sure you know your robots. And they use this model. This model can actually be put and used to program certain robotic renditions of maybe like Cybertronic humans or even quadrupeds, like the quadruped that was made by Boston Dynamics called Spot. It's a robot dog. It's cute. It uses sensors instead of having an actual head. Some would say it's the symbol of the apocalypse, how they're gonna actually be taking over when robots become self-aware. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Well, Spot uses information that is fed into it. It's programmed by the people down at Boston Dynamics, and it uses this information as well as the sensors in it to interact with its environment and also interact with the people controlling it. And it's actually great because you get to control it with it can work autonomously, yes, kind of like Admire's automotive vacuum cleaner, but you can also use a console, a Steam Deck looking device remote control with a touch screen that you can use to control it, but I'm sure a lot of people would rather prefer it to work autonomously. So it's reacting to the information that is put into it. So I think that sums up reactive AI. You could do more research on that because it's actually really intriguing. So then we move on to more advanced and theoretical forms of artificial intelligence. I'll skip ahead to Selfaware AI. Now, we know that as a human being, you've got a will, you've got a conscience, you've got a state of knowing yourself because you're a celestial being and you are self-aware. Self-aware, knowing that you exist, being able to identify that you've got emotions, being able to react to other people's emotions, and it's just what makes us human beings. So what happens when a robot, when an AI program like Siri or Bixby or Google Assistant or Amazon's Alexa, what happens when programs like that or when robots like that become self-aware like human beings, to be able to say things like, I'm angry today because someone cut me off in traffic. When technology is able to do that, are we supposed to run to it or are we supposed to flee? That's the question on a lot of people's minds nowadays, and each and every single day humanity is coming closer and closer and closer to actually achieving that. So it's something we're actually moving towards at a very fast pace, that if you are left out, you might just one day walk into your favorite grocery store and instead of a teller there, you're gonna find a robot. I know, it sounds funny, but we are actually there. Look at Atlas, the Atlas robot. This robot can literally do parkour. It's also made by Boston Dynamics, by the way. It can literally do parkour. It can hand you your equipment if you are building, if you are even, let's say you're in surgery. Of course, you don't put it in the room, but then like it can hand you things. It moves just like a human being moves. It's this humanoid machine that really makes you question, like the limits that we thought we once had as humanity. I mean, it's a mouthful, it's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, it's reality. I mean, look at ChatGPT. ChatGPT can code, can write poetry, can compose music for you. It can do all sorts of things, and we never thought all these things were possible. We have a similar chatbot here in Zimbabwe, the QuantiTouch chatbot, and it just shows you that there's a broad spectrum and there's room to grow when it comes to artificial intelligence, and it's something that we all need to learn about and grasp now before it's too late. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one, and until then, keep swiping.